Meet Arif, a 22-year-old average boy living a quiet and repetitive life. He spends most of his days scrolling through social media, watching successful people online, dreaming that one day he will become successful too. Deep inside, he wants more from life. He wants money, freedom, confidence, respect, and a better future for himself and his family. He dreams about building a business, becoming disciplined, getting fit, and escaping the cycle of laziness and self-doubt. But every time he tries to change, he falls back into his comfort zone. He wakes up late, overthinks everything, avoids difficult tasks, and keeps telling himself that he will start it tomorrow. His energy feels low, his confidence is weak, and he constantly compares himself to others. He knows he has potential, but he feels trapped inside his own mind. At night, he often stares at the ceiling thinking about the life he could have lived if he were more disciplined, more focused, and stronger mentally. He is tired of being average, but he hasn't yet learned how to break the habits that keep him stuck. Still, somewhere inside him, there is a small fire that refuses to die, a belief that maybe one day he can finally become the person he always wanted to be. One night, Arif was lying on his bed with the lights off, endlessly scrolling through Facebook like he did every night. His mind felt heavy, and deep inside, he was frustrated with himself. Video after video passed by, people showing their success, fitness, money, businesses, and confidence. For a moment, he felt inspired, but that feeling quickly turned into sadness because his own life still looked the same. As he kept scrolling, a page suddenly appeared on his screen. The page name was My Success Dream. The cover photo was simple but powerful, showing a lonely young man standing in front of a mountain with the words, "Your future is created by your daily habits." Arif stopped scrolling. Something about the page felt different. He opened it and started reading the posts. Every post felt personal, almost like someone understood exactly what he was going through. One post said, "You are not lazy. You are trapped in comfort." Another said, "A discipline is choosing what you want most over what feels good now." Arif stayed silent for a moment. His heart felt heavy because he realized the problem was not his dreams, the problem was his habits. For the first time, he stopped blaming luck, time, or other people. He sat up on his bed, grabbed a notebook from his table, and slowly began writing down the habits that were destroying his life. Waking up late. Wasting time on social media. Overthinking. No exercise. No daily plan. No discipline. Escaping difficult work. He stared at the list for a long time. It hurt to be honest with himself, but deep inside, he also felt something new, clarity. That night became different from all the other nights because, for the first time in a long time, Arif was no longer just dreaming about change. He was finally seeing the truth about himself. Years passed after that night. The notebook that Arif once filled with bad habits slowly became a map for a new life. At first, the changes were small and painful. He started waking up early, even when his body wanted more sleep. He forced himself to exercise for a few minutes every morning. He reduced social media time and replaced it with reading books, learning business, and planning his days. Every night before sleeping, he wrote down what he completed and what he failed to do. Some days he felt motivated, but many days he felt tired and wanted to quit. Still, he remembered the page called My Success Dream and the sentence that changed him forever. Your future is created by your daily habits. Slowly, discipline became part of his identity. Months turned into years. The lazy boy who once stayed trapped in comfort started becoming focused, confident, and mentally stronger. He built routines, learned skills, improved his health, and began working seriously on his goals. Life did not become perfect overnight, but step by step. His reality started changing. One quiet morning, several years later, Arif sat alone inside a modern coffee shop near a large glass window. He was wearing a clean, formal black suit with a silver watch on his wrist, holding a warm cup of coffee in his hands. The city outside was busy, cars moving fast, people rushing toward their lives, but Arif sat calmly with confidence in his eyes. He looked different now. Healthier. Sharper. Stronger. The same boy who once wasted nights scrolling endlessly through Facebook was now leading meetings, building his dreams, and living with purpose. As soft music played inside the cafe, his eyes slowly drifted toward the reflection in the glass window. Suddenly, memories returned. He remembered the dark room, the late nights, the low energy, the excuses, the fear, and the notebook filled with bad habits. For a moment, he imagined his old self sitting across from him, the tired, confused version of Arif who once believed he could never change. A small smile appeared on his face. Not a smile of pride, but a smile of understanding. He finally realized that success was never one big moment. It was the result of small habits repeated every single day. He took a slow sip of coffee and quietly whispered to himself, "A thank you for not giving up."